134812 this morning. 2 gates up there, brace work. About to pull our plane wire, lay materials out. You can see the survey markers heading back to the east, so we'll fill you all in here in a minute. Out here on a property today, and whenever you build a new fence and there's an old existing fence, it's always a good idea to get a survey. That's just a little tip. That'll prevent things like this. If you notice, this fence is only, if I had to guesstimate, 10 years old. If you're watching this line, that's the actual property line. So the neighbor encroached probably almost 3 feet, 2.5 for sure, onto this guy's property. Thankfully, he's pretty understanding, but that could cause a lot of issues if you had small parcels of land and you don't have a defined property line. It's always a good idea to get them to come out and resurvey. Part 2 to that tip I just shared with y'all is when you have the survey company come out and they're just coming across open country, every 300 feet, get them to drop a stake in, and then also right beside that stake, put a nail down. You can see this piece of flagging with this nail. Every hardware store has them, 8 to 10 inch nail, get them to drive it in. This country's pretty unforgiving for a surveyor to bring a bunch of T-posts and try to smack them in, a little bit rocky, but you can see them up through there. There's another survey post right here on 100-foot centers, or 300-foot centers, all the way down. And it helps us guys create a good straight fence, first of all, and then also know that you're on the property. Like I mentioned up there, if you step over a foot at the beginning and it just, escalates as it goes, it gets worse and worse, and you're encroaching on other people's land or you're giving up land, one of the two. So it's always a good idea. Just got done laying out our plane wire on this one. You get those survey stakes, you can just get a perfectly straight fence out of it. So drive your 2 end posts, stretch your wire, get it right over the top of those nails. Now we're going to start in on line posts, the rest of the brace work, T-post. We'll be rocking and rolling. Here's the end product on that 134812 project we've been working on the windy conditions. I'd done this fence prior to, so we threw a head brace in here. These 3 braces, 2 gates. We're gonna hang this one once this neighbor gets all their cattle off. That way there can be no misunderstandings or cattle locked out without water. But I think it turned out pretty good. It's right at 1,320 feet, perfectly straight line, and as easy as fence as you can build. Hope you enjoy. Bye.